Hey there, this is Payal Nanjiani. Once again, welcome to Success with Payal, where I talk to you and give you quick tips on leadership and success mastery. And today I am connecting with you to talk to you about the biggest difference between average and peak performers. These are messy times, days of intense volatility, a period of immense uncertainty. And for you to be a peak performer and deliver the best results, for you to rise above the crowd and be visible at your work and business, you've got to do what peak performers do. So if you want to achieve the results only 5% achieve, you've got to think, produce, and behave like the 5% of people on the planet do. And that's what they do. They focus on their weekend habits. So while a lot of us see the weekend as a time to hang out and relax, exceptionally successful people have a different idea of how their Saturdays and Sundays should be spent. So here is how they spent their weekends to set the tone of the week for a crazy productive work. Now, having worked with these exceptionally successful billionaires, I have noticed that they have some habits that help them to be most productive even during the weekend so that they are ready 110% for their Monday mornings. So these are the 5 habits I'm sharing with you, and I can assure you that these weekend habits will work incredibly and will make an immediate difference in your life, helping you to become an awesome leader. So pull out your notes, write these down. Habit number 1, they have a plan. You see, weekdays go by quickly in completing your targets, team meetings, and planning. But what about your weekends? Do you have a plan for every weekend? Apart from relaxing and family time, what about a plan for your self-development? If you want to achieve more, it's not going to happen purely based on your hard work during your week hours. It's going to happen during your weekends. So make sure your weekends are enriched. Begin to have a plan today onwards of how your Saturday and Sunday are going to look like. What are some of the things you want to achieve? What are some of the things you want to invest your time in? And what are some of the things you absolutely want to say a no to during your weekends? Habit number 2, they practice stillness. Now, I coach and speak to thousands of high-end executives globally, and what I often get to hear is that there is no time to sit and practice stillness. So one of the things I have been, really pushing these people to do is to practice stillness. Because I believe that a leader's power comes from self-awareness that is responsive to feedback but independent of the good and bad opinions of others. So use your weekend to sit on stillness and calm down that running mind, and trust me, it takes only 10 minutes. Habit number 3, they reflect. Now, the best way to move ahead and be 110% ready for Monday with full momentum is to reflect on the week gone by. In all of my unstoppable leadership success workshops, I always talk about this one habit, reflect. What I have seen is that most people, instead of taking the time to analyze their work's experience, they just move on to the next one week after another, never learning from their mistakes. And that's why you end up getting the same results even despite all the hard work that you do. We've all heard that phrase, experience is the best teacher. Well, we can't learn from experience if we don't have the time to reflect on what message the week is giving us, what message we are getting from our work. So actively think about what is it that you are trying to improve. I encourage you today to ask yourself, what do I really want? Why do I really want it? Habit number 4, they strengthen their instincts. Now you see, leaders and entrepreneurs must make many decisions in their daily work life. So if you are not able to trust your own experiences and instincts, you will most likely end up being dependent on others around you for suggestions. You are going to get into the habit of taking everyone's opinion and asking them what's right and what's wrong. You see, we all have this innate ability to listen to our inner voice telling us not to go through with something or to go ahead and take a risk. But in the daily grinding of our work, our instincts weaken. So use time over your weekend to strengthen this instinct of yours and apply it during the week. I can assure you, you will see miraculous results, and especially in your decision-making skills. Habit number 5, they read. Well, you know what? I save articles throughout the day on a folder called Read It. And then I spend an hour or two on every weekend absorbing the new ideas. In fact, billionaire investor Warren Buffett had all mentioned many times that he spends 80% of his time in reading. Now, with all these 5 habits, if you are able to optimize your weekends, what you're going to find is that every measure of performance skyrockets exponentially, and that's what's needed during these times. For you to become a world-class leader, you've got to make sure you come to work on Mondays at 110% level every single day. And remember, why be average when you and I both know that you are built to be an achiever, that you are made to be a world-class leader? And if you would want more of these success and leadership mastery tips, there are a couple of ways you can get it. One is through my book, Success is Within, where I share 21 ways of achieving success, fulfillment, and prosperity in your career life. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course you can put in your email address here, and my team will make sure that you receive your weekly success and leadership mastery tips, tools and techniques directly in your email box. So until then, here's Payal Nanjiani wishing you loads of success in your work life and in your business. Take care.